Tensions in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo have spiked in recent weeks after the resumption of clashes with M23 rebels.
Let's begin with the Democratic Republic of Congo. Peace is slipping further away in the conflict-ridden eastern part of the country. Qatar-led truce talks have stalled and fighting on the ground has resumed. Even worse, it has intensified.
As Donald Trump goes around the world celebrating and declaring victory in the Congo, the fighting continues as he takes all the credit on the planet, saying that he has stopped the war in the Congo.
We've stopped six wars in the last. I'm averaging about a war a month.
We did the Congo. This was going on for over 30 years. The Congo and Rwanda. And close to 7 million people were really violently killed. This was a rough one, but going on over 30 years. And we had the various representatives here last week. The presidents will be coming to sign final documents, but we got that one solved.
He managed to get the Congo conflict solved, and he managed to get Rwanda and Congo to sign a peace deal. But the fighting continues. Why? Because, of course, they're not addressing the real causes and the real issues on the ground. They praise themselves as a peace-loving administration.
And now he's trying to do everything he can to bring about peace. He's made peace a priority of his administration, as you've seen with all the peace deals we've been able to achieve throughout the world.
First of all, I think the American people should be proud that we have a president that's promoting peace and the end of conflict on this planet.
He's apparently driven by wanting to see peace all over the world, and all he wants is peace. And it seems like deep inside themselves, all they want is peace. But to be honest, that is not true. The reality is, with all those peace deals, there is always an agreement that the United States of America would want the piece of the pie, would want to take a piece of that country. It's either mineral deals and whatsoever. In all the deals that they have signed so far, there's something involving the United States of America taking something or gaining something from that country. So they want to pretend and lie to the world that all they care about is people not dying. They want people to stop dying, and they want peace to prevail in the world, all over the world. But the reality is, behind the scenes, there are agreements within those peace deals that the United States of America will take something from that country. It's in the case of Congo, yes, of course, it is because they want access to the vast minerals of Congo. That is why they are pushing for these fake deals that means nothing, because they want access to the mineral wealth of the DRC. That is why they don't care about addressing the roots and the causes of the war, of the fighting in the Congo. That issue is a complex issue, but they don't care about the details. They don't care about addressing those issues. All they need is a TV show to show to the world that we have signed a deal, and they will end up getting access to the mineral resources. Or it's all about the American corporations getting access to the mineral resources of the Congo. And the question is, what happens now that the fighting did not stop? Does the agreement between Congo and the United States of America that the US corporations are going to get access to the Congo and mine the minerals, is that going to stop because the deal didn't go through? Who knows? But the reality is, of course, I'm sure the agreement for them having the mining rights will definitely continue, and the crisis will continue, and the people of Congo will continue to suffer. And thanks to the African Union for being part of this this TV show. Once again, this kind of agreement between Rwanda and DRC, it is based on the assumption that, of course, Rwanda is the one that is backing M23. If that is not true, then it simply means it's a waste of time. Paul Kagame denied over and over again that he has no links and he doesn't support the M23. But what happened for him to go ahead and end up getting involved in this agreement of the peace deal? Of course, they threatened to sanction Rwanda and they threatened to cut the aid. Then he was like, okay, of course, if you want me to go and participate in this TV show and show the people that we are signing an agreement in order to save Rwanda from sanctions and to keep on receiving the aid that they received from the United States of America, of course, let's go. He participated in the optics and in the pictures and in the signing of these deals. But the fighting did not stop. The fighting continues because the real issues have not been addressed.
The US ambassador to Congo, Lucy Tamlin, told us that a round of American sanctions announced last week were meant to support the ongoing peace process. These sanctions targeted an armed group called Pareco FF, as well as several companies involved in the minerals trade.
We're doing this ultimately to support the peace agreement because one thing is, having the partners agree to peace on the ground, but it's really important to restart economic growth. And to restart economic growth, you need to have opportunities for responsible, legitimate companies to be there to engage in mining activities and other activities which will benefit the Congolese people and provide revenues to the Congolese state.
And as you listen to the U.S. ambassador to the Congo, of course, you hear it is about the U.S. companies over and over again. It is not because they want the people of Congo to have peace and prosper. That is not true. That is a lie. It is just for them to get access to the mineral resources of the Congo. And for Felix Tshisekedi to participate in these theatrics and in order to give access to the United States of America to the vast mineral resources of the Congo shows his lack of leadership, because he is failing to handle the situation within his own country. I think the biggest crisis that the Congo has is lack of leadership. It is a failure of leadership. That is why it is descending into chaos, and the chaos will not be solved until there is a proper leader who is responsible and who knows what he is doing and who has the people of Congo at heart.